Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keene. I am aka the Boogeyman of the Internet, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I am going to make the argument that we might all be dead already. That's hypothetically if you believe in a God. Of course, whether you believe in a God or not, when you think about it, you're in no more of a better position either way. And that's the sad part of this. Before I get into this argument, though, I want to let you all know that on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a live show. And I hope that when people come in and they participate in the conversation, I hope some of you have actually watched a few of my videos and actually bring up some of the topics and subjects that I've come up with. I really enjoy it whenever someone has taken the time to actually watch my content or read my Facebook post and actually try to refute me or debunk me or tell me why they believe or accept my hypothesis or my points. When I invite people in, I don't invite people in with the intention of kicking you out or screaming at you or treating you like a bitch or anything like that, unless you are there to do that to me first. Then I'll get rid of you. So, atheists and religious people, you're more than welcome to come in. I have found some time to do a video. I want to start off this concept with this idea. Um, what brought me to the idea that we might already be dead and we might already be in hell. We might actually, um, this is going to come off strange, but from the perception of God, we might actually not even exist. Now, follow along with me on this. I'm going to give you a movie analogy that I watched that literally scared the shit out of me, but it got me thinking on these terms. There's a movie out there called The Cell, and it's not the one that has the woman who ends up using a machine that goes into the consciousness of a serial killer to try to resolve some kind of truth or resolution. No, it's a film that was put together by the writings of Stephen King. And as many of you know, Stephen King, he's got some fucked up ideas in his head, and he is quite articulate on how he puts the shit into books. Well, in the story of The Cell, there apparently is people who are being, when they use technology or use telephones or mechanical equipment invented by humanity, some strange noise goes off and it causes them to go into a dead-like state. Not so much like a zombie. Their bodies they lose control over their bodies and they start participating in extremely violent acts. But while it's happening, these people, they think that they're in a different reality. Their minds go back to the time whenever things were good or things were happy, or they delude themselves into believing that good things are actually happening when their physical body is actually doing something that they're not aware of. I'll give you an example. There's a guy in the movie, an actor by the name of John Cusack, where he's trying to find his son, and he believes that his son is in some kind of trouble. He believes that his son may have already been affected by this process. None of the people who are alive in the movie know what it's like for the person who's been taken over. Everything is bright for them, the sun's out, and they're of time. Now, here's the problem with this. As we exist right now, according to our own perception, according to our own thought process, we cannot understand possibly what it means for God to be able to be in that future. But one thing that we can note, and this is the scary part, that if God is already in the future, then we have to ask ourselves, how far into the future is God? If he is actually the beginning and end, the end of what? What is he the end of? He would be the end of our perception and concept of time, would he not? He would be the end of nature, space, and time, and he would also be all that which is in between and before. Of course, this would mean that he's an immaterial entity that is not affected by the constraints of space-time continuum or the universe itself. which would, in fact, make him all-powerful, all-knowing, and also have that ability of having the attribute of existing along with us at the same time. But the terrifying thought is that he could have already judged us. He could have already condemned us. Our future selves may actually already be annihilated in hell. For the Christian out there who is a Calvinist, who also believes in eternal damnation where people suffer for all eternity, their souls and their consciousness, even if we were to read into that and go along with their interpretation, it could be possible that your future self is already in hell, burning as we speak, and suffering. Your body, or that part of your consciousness, your future consciousness, would be disintegrating and going through this misery, and you're just simply looking back on a time that you once had, or what might have been, or what could have, if that makes any sense. And unfortunately, I can't see a way out of this. I don't see how. I can't figure out an argument or a way to refute myself on this matter. If God is all-knowing, then he frankly knows everything we're going to do because he's already seen us do it. He's not sitting there predicting it like a psychic. He's not, rubbing some kind of crystal ball that tells him what the future is going to be. He simply is the future, the past, and the present. He is time itself, if there was such a thing as a substantive time concept. If any Christians or atheists if there was such a thing as a substantive time concept. If any Christians or atheists want to refute it, and the argument is hypothetically. It doesn't matter whether you believe in God or not. It doesn't matter if you lack a belief in deities or you believe in a different interpretation or concept of the Bible. Can you refute that? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Let's see if this shit's working before we even start. We don't want to mess on our hands. Oh, come on. Let's try to hit reload. See if it'll show up on the page. Okay, it looks like we got something. Let me see if we actually hear sound from my voice. What a fucking mess. I can't believe how irritating it is to try to do a gaming stream. Testing, testing, 1 2 3. Let's try to hit reload. See if it'll show up on the page. Alright. Good deal. Seems like it's working. That's what I like to see. Now let's actually make the game start playing. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Waiting on some coffee. We're going to see if we can make this work. Hopefully all my little apps will work where I can see you guys' comments and shit. We're just waiting for old Fallout to do its little load deal. Well, I'm Brett Keane, aka the Boogeyman of the Internet, and we are going to play some motherfucking Fallout up in this biatch with ultra modded shit. Tons of mods, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully my computer doesn't light up like a fucking Christmas tree. Testing 1 2 3. Let's try to hit reload. See if it'll show up on the page. Alright. Good deal. Seems like it's working. That's what I like to see. Now let's actually make the game start playing. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Waiting on some coffee. We're going to see if we can make this work. Hopefully all my little apps will work where I can see you guys' comments and shit. Just waiting for old Fallout to do its little load deal. Well, I'm Brett Keane, aka the Boogeyman of the Internet.
Whatever.
I gotta record it. Motherfucking Fallout up in this biatch with ultra modded shit. Tons of mods, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully my computer doesn't light up like a fucking Christmas tree.
War. Give me 1 sec. War never changes. That's probably why. I was wondering why it was so low.
In the year 1945.
Is that better? There we go. That's what it's going on.
Serving in the army.
Well, it'll be a little bit better recorded, hopefully. Besides, you're the first person to show up.
And the son he'd never seen.
Anyway. So now that you can hear me, let me go back to what I was saying.
What a fucking...
Check this shit out. Yeah.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Also,
Let's see
important.
if this shit's working before we even start.
Shut the fuck up.
We don't want to mess on our hands.
Important note: my internet is really slow.
Come on.
There we go. So, important note, check your equipment and know how to use it. Because I went on this whole rant. Alright. I feel like I should start over. But anyway, we can watch this video and that'll be that. So, I knew I was going to do a stream today. So I planned it out. And I was like, I'm gonna, hold on. Whoa. Turn this up just a little bit. Oh, no. I don't want that one.
Let's try to hit reload. See if it'll show up on the page. Okay, it looks like we got something. Let me see if we actually hear sound from my voice. What a fucking mess. I can't believe how irritating it is to try to do a gaming stream. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's try to hit reload. See if it'll show up on the page. Alright. Good deal. Seems like it's working. That's what I like to see. Now let's actually make the game start playing. Here we go. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, again, this is normal speed. I hope you can freaking hear me.
Oh boy. Waiting on some coffee. We're gonna see if we can make this work.
I don't have any coffee. Actually, I do have coffee. I just don't have any half and half. Some weapons grade bullshit.
Hopefully all my little apps will work where I can see you guys' comments.
God, this is taking fucking forever. Mac, just text me. Text me when you can hear me. There you go. There you go. Okay. Anyway. Well, now I don't want to, it's, got you now. There he is. Now that's a man with a beard right there. I don't know why he has a beard. I can't see if that's actually Colin. If it is Colin, why do you have a beard? Okay. So, alright. So, it was the, Michael Deichel that was off. Can you guys hear me? What about now? Alright, we're gonna put this dude up to 1.5. And you're gonna hear what a normal human sounds like.
Some shit.
Okay. Wait. So I was saying before Mac was like, hey, I can't hear shit you're saying because you're inept with your equipment. And, hey! And, when there's something like this with dead air, especially with a popular game like a Fallout that's loading, Jean Valjean, I don't think that's how it's spelled. I think it's spelled like Jean, like Jean-Pierre. I'm just saying. You might want to Google it. Also, Mac, you're not good at spelling, so you might want to Google it. Anyway, if you're gonna be talking, if it's the game is loading, just talk. Say something like, "Man, I hope the intro is like as interesting as Fallout 3 or New Vegas even."
Deal.
Come on, load.
I'm Brett Keane, aka the Boogeyman of the Internet, and we are gonna play some motherfucking Fallout up in this bitch with ultra modded shit, tons of mods, ladies.
This is 1.5 times.
Hopefully,
speed,
my computer
by the
doesn't
way.
light up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Oh shit.
War. War never changes.
Get him, son. The one thing I really didn't like about true Fallout 4 was a lot of the styling of the weapons, because they just weren't realistic. The combat shotgun, yeah, I guess, but like the assault rifle, it just seemed like a machine gun. It was a light machine gun. That's basically all it was.
Instead,
Oh.
something miraculous happened.
Something miraculous happened.
We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless
I
source of
can't
power.
hear this shit at
People
all.
enjoy luxuries
If
more
you
from
can't,
science fiction.
let me know.
Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers.
Oh shit, dude.
The 21st century.
The Pip-Boy would have to literally like defy gravity, honestly. Either that or obviously this has style choices, but Pip-Boy today would be like it'd be like an iPhone. You put in a wristband and then you can just deep on your wrist, and all of a sudden Amazon is not only like listening to you but ordering you peppers, which would be pretty cool. Oh my god, is this dude gonna fucking get to it?
Builder of state-of-the-art underground fallout shelters. Vaults, if you will. Luxury accommodations where you can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. You can't begin to know how happy I am to
If all
finally
my-
speak with you. I've been trying
I
for
wish I
days.
was that
It's a
rich.
matter of utmost urgency,
Yeah.
I assure you.
Are you guys able to hear the audio better now? I need you guys
Why did you have to
to help
chime
me in order to be
Brett
able to know
Keane?
if shit's going right. I'm going to turn it up to about 13 dB.
DB? Aw.
How is my voice sounding,
Aw,
first of all?
Rembrandt.
And how loud is the audio now?
What's so important?
By nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, sir, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket.
Okay,
If you'll
this
excuse my
video
language,
fucking
big
sucks. I'm
kaboom
tired of
is-
stomping on the
It's
Goomba.
inevitable, I'm
I already
afraid.
did it
And
in
coming sooner
audio,
than
and
you
I don't
think.
have the motivation to do it again. But I have some Karens. You guys want to watch Karens, Classically Abby, Me Get Pissed Off at Yellowstone, or 70s Safety? Well, Yellowstone Conspiracies, and then 70s Safety. What do you guys want to watch? I kind of got to utilize the latrine real quick, because I didn't do so beforehand. I'm a bad boy. Again, the options are 70s Safety, Karens, Abby Shapiro, and Yellowstone Conspiracies. you're unsure about the Yellowstone, Karens, oh, I knew you were going to say that. If you're unsure about the Yellowstone, I must remind you I was a geology student. I'll wait for Colin for like a couple minutes, mainly because I have to pee and I need more ice. This is getting a little not icy. And then if he doesn't reply, then we'll go to Karen's and yeah, do that. 2 seconds. Back. All right. Colin pussed out as usual. So I guess we're going to Karen's. Got some must-watch UPE, Ultimate Public Entertainment. Man, that is annoying as fuck. What we got?
I'm not leaving the building.
Then I'm not allowing you to shop today.
Why are you 6
Ma'am,
feet? I need you to step 6 feet away from me.
I have tried to be
Hold on.
professional.
And your mask is falling.
Dude.
Yes, I do. No, ma'am, this is a private membership where
Throwing
It is
stones.
not a
Your mask-
public, and that's fine, but you are not allowed to record inside the building, ma'am.
Throwing. What do we got? Oh, okay. What? How the fuck do I have ads? I have the ad block on. It's not cool. Not cool, bro.
Ma'am.
I am.
And I see that you are. If that makes any type of public thing where Costco sees it, I will ask that they pull your membership because we have politely
That's
asked you to
fine.
wear your membership and you can
Why
wear
is your
mask.
mask
Sue.
falling? That's exactly what you're yelling
Because
at me
I'm having
for.
to continue to talk to you and address that you are not even wearing your handmade mask properly, ma'am.
That's handmade.
Just. Lady, you suck. Just leave. Just put your fucking mask on. Alright. I wear a mask every day. Almost every day. Simply because I work close enough to another person and we've had coronavirus cases in my shop. So it's important for me to like wear a mask. Oftentimes like it'll slip, I gotta pull it down, I gotta like touch it and stuff, and that kind of negates a lot of the sanitation of it. But the protection that is still available and it is still what's the word I'm looking for, is still provided by the mask while it's over my face while I'm talking is insurmountable compared to the detriment of me just like pulling it down or it falling off of my face and me constantly putting it back up there. just that simple. It's a trade-off.
Made as well.
No, ma'am. This is a 32-degree mask that we sell, and you can get them in any local
Okay,
place.
well, why are you harassing me?
Ma'am, trust me, I'm not harassing you.
You are,
I am
and you're
trying
not
to
6 feet
ensure that you
apart
are
from
keeping-
me.
Yes, ma'am, I am about
No,
6 feet at this
we're
point.
not.
Yes, ma'am. Your mask is down again, young lady.
So
We
is
can
yours.
No, ma'am, it's
Put
not.
your
It's up all the way
Fucking
over my
mask
mouth.
up, Karen.
Can someone check us out?
And I
No, you're not
understand
getting
that, ma'am.
checked
We
out.
continually- Let me step away from you so that your young lady's happier. Yes, ma'am.
If you'll walk around this store, 90% of the people in here have these masks underneath their nose.
And we
And when you
continually
sneeze,
address
my
them.
mask
Yeah.
fall.
Yes, ma'am, some do.
If they fall,
some do.
your mask doesn't fit properly and you need a new one. Either that or just fix it. Like my boss walks around with like a net gaiter that he puts over his face when he walks out to talk to people. That's acceptable. I'll take that. Even though it may not be the most effective thing. And if anybody's looking at this or thinking of the study that that went out, this was a couple months ago, that said they were like really ineffective. That study was kind of it wasn't done properly. It was a very small sample size, done with like an iPhone and a small lab, and not necessarily like peer reviewed. It wasn't anything that should alarm anyone, but of course people took it seriously because it went into the media. But having that over your face is perfectly fine. I don't even give a shit. It's something. I don't care if it starts to slip down. Just fix it. Just fix it. I call my coworkers out all the time. Like the one guy. I'm not even gonna say his name. He went and washed his hands because we work around lead. Right? He washed his hands because we were getting ready for break or lunch or whatever. So he washes his hands and then he wipes his face. He just goes like this, wipes his beard, wipes his mouth and whatever. Natural human thing to do. And then he takes that same hand and he went and got some paper towels. And I was like, dude, you realize you just you just realized you wiped your mouth and then pulled the lever on the paper towels. And he was just like, oh shit. Well, he cleaned it off because I called him out. These people deserve to be called out. I want to go on from this one because this one's dumb. There's one I know I want to get to.
Alright, are we bringing stuff up? Or
Okay, this is still the same.
A real thing, guy. I got.
Oh.
I would like to see your supervisor. I want to see what kind of crime. Are you violating my space? Are you kidding me? Help! Help! Help!
Should I call the police? But then I have to call my probation officer.
There you go, probation officer.
Yeah.
What the heck is wrong with you, boy? Yeah,
Boy. Ooh.
I'm not afraid of you. I want living. You have no clue who I am.
What is the
I'm not
context
afraid of
behind
you.
this?
I'm the real thing. That's your fear factor. I'm the real thing, guy. I got enough clearances up my nose to handle you.
No,
I can read people well. You're not a good human being.
Hold on, I feel like I missed a whole hell of a lot in this one.
Not committed any crime.
Hold on, watch this. Oh.
Alright, are we bringing
Is
stuff
this
up?
dude
Or
trying to do a
going
citizen's arrest? I
You can
love
do it
citizen's
yourself.
arrest.
I mean, that was the message.
I come in peace.
I understand.
I have not committed any crime.
Hey, come in peace. Dude, he's like, I just smelled marijuana coming from this vehicle. I smelled marijuana coming from this vehicle. And you say, oh, I come in peace. Like, damn, dude, you just kind of fucked yourself there. Me,
well,
as
that's
like the
about his
investigator, I'd be like,
You have not committed a
we're
crime.
just gonna let that one
You've never seen
slide.
a crime. Terry v.
I have
Ohio.
reason to believe
Terry.
that crime is afoot because I can smell marijuana coming from this vehicle. Do you understand that?
Do you
He's got
comprehend our
kids in
I
the
have
vehicle.
a lawful reason to get you out of the vehicle.
You do not.
Yes, open up the vehicle.
No.
No.
I would like to see your supervisor. I want to see what kind of crime. Are you violating my space? Are you kidnapping? Help! Help! Help!
Yeah. Oh, that was two different ones. I guess this is like the middle of something.
There you go, probation officer. What the heck is... That's your fear factor.
I don't know what's going on with this. I didn't watch this video all the way through. I just kind of did it for the thumbnail.
I do apologise for recording you. It's just...
But these videos are really poorly made.
For my own safety, because... Right, well that's not... there's no offence there, so if you can just...
I think what these folks did was take vertical videos and try and make them into landscape. That's why you have this black bar over here. Yeah, that's definitely what they did. That's why everything's so zoomed in. You got this black bar over here, and this is supposed to be a vertical video, because naturally when you pull out your phone, you're going to be like, oh shit, I want to do this, because when you pull out your phone, this is what you do. But the right way, the correct way to film is in landscape. You have more control over your phone. You can do a whole lot more. Whoa, man. Hey. See all those people around you because they got a wider angle? Like, fuck off. Film in landscape. That's a PSA. A PSA from your friendly local space ranger. Film in landscape.
Sent me with 3 forms of identification, and I'll be on my way. See,
I don't know.
It's actually harassment, so...
I don't know what this one is.
$2 for 3 burritos. 3 burritos and 2 tacos.
If I owned a restaurant that like that did this, was forced to do like online ordering and everything, I would make a post or like part of the disclaimer or agreement on the app where you order that just says, hey, if you don't wear a mask, you will be refused service. That it like 100%, it doesn't matter, wear a mask or you will be refused service. It doesn't matter if your food's made or not. Like, get the fuck out of here. Just wear a goddamn mask. If you don't, you're selfish.
Dude, how about that?
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is.
You're under arrest.
Oh, you're under arrest.
Represent the taxpayers in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Yeah, why?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I want to know why you're being a. You don't know why you're a. That's because you're a idiot.
Oh, he's using an F slur.
No.
I would say
when
it,
you're
but
working
I
for the
gotta work on my
taxpayers in the
language.
Commonwealth of Massachusetts, represent the taxpayers in the
looks like a
Commonwealth of
security
Massachusetts.
guard.
Yeah, why are you doing that on our time?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Can I have a complaint form? Do you have complaint forms? Or where can I get one? A complaint form.
Oh, okay. He's talking to his supervisor. He's like, yeah, give me a complaint form.
I mean,
Dude's
maybe
like,
while you're here,
just
could
come
you address
inside.
why he did what he just did?
What did
so
he
you
do?
said you were going to give me one. Can I have one or what?
Putting on a mask and jumping out and scaring the public? When you're working for the taxpayers in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
I'm confused as to. Oh, I saw this
so you
one.
said you were going to give me one. Can
This
I have
this
one
is
or
what
putting
went
on a
into
mask
the,
and jumping out and.
This is when what was in the thumbnail that I was like, oh, we gotta watch this one. Everything was super uneventful in this. Like, it's
Scaring
super
the public?
shitty video.
No, it's
No,
when
you know what
social
things-
distancing is not attainable. It's
Disting?
attainable right now.
Hey, see how you're
Know the law. Know the law.
I'm going to step on your grass, bro.
The law says when
Step
social
on your
distancing
grass,
is not
bro.
achievable. But if we can achieve it, we don't have to wear the mask.
Okay, go ahead and step on the grass. They're not gonna spend the money to prosecute you.
Thanks.
This bitch. Okay. What annoys me most about this video in particular, and I know for a fact this one was shot vertically, that's why I'm like, this is enhanced. No, it's zoomed in to make it fit a 1080p. If it's not shot in wide angle or 1080p, it's not going to come out good in 1080p. It's just like if you shoot in 1080p and then try and put it into 720, it's going to come out compressed and not as good. If I were this dude, if I were this dude, I'd absolutely push that door on her and be like, "Get the fuck out of here! Don't underestimate me." Nope, you can't touch anything. Get out.
I'm gonna stay. Thank you. Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see it? I'm just trying to get.
Put a mask on.
Put a mask on.
Put a mask on.
I have asthma.
There's a pandemic.
I have.
You have asthma because you're fat, and you're not wearing a mask because you're stupid. So.
Put a mask on. Or get out of the store. That's their rule.
I'm with this guy. This guy, 2020.
Great.
I'm getting kicked out.
What did this say? Hell yeah. Got a new sub. Oh no, I didn't want to go to the Newsmax. You look at me like that again. Alright. Mac, where are we going next? More Karens or sovereign citizens? I'm gonna go to Karens in the time being, but more Karens, but or sovereign citizens. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna skip the Karens. I'm gonna go to Classically Abbey, and you let me know if you want to go to. Let me take down sovereign citizens. Oh my God. Conservatives go vote. I'll end with something with her singing, because it's just the fucking worst. Hold on, I gotta. Whoa. Oh, okay. I don't know. I know what happened there. Surprise me with greatness. Oh boy. Oh son. Oh young man. How greatly you have fucked up. Right. Where's Colin at? Tell him he's full of poop. Let's see. I gotta get rid of some of these Chrome tabs. They're killing my RAM, but everything else is in dark mode, and I kind of light myself with these monitors. So I'm doing something. Trust me, I'm doing something. Hold on, wait. I gotta see something real quick before we get into old girl here. Okay. Hopefully it's the video I'm looking for. Okay, no, it's better than the video I'm looking for. Perfect. All right, so Abigail Shapiro. We're gonna not go into the religion thing. We're gonna go into 4 flights in one day. First of all, you shouldn't be doing any flights at any days, and you're an asshole. Yeah. Conservatives don't go vote if your representatives do not represent your will. Do not go vote in there.
To today's video.
Whoa.
Where I'm going to be sharing highlights from my
Ew.
speech, Conservatives Are the New Resistance.
Really?
So I recently did a speech for the USC and UPenn College Republicans, and it was such an amazing experience. I had such an amazing time coming up with the idea, writing a speech for young conservatives.
Hey, who did you pay to do your color scheme? Because the fact that everything around you, matches that probably $1,000 do job. I'm just wondering who you paid.
Conservatives, because being a young conservative is not easy in 20.
Let's face it, if Abby Shapiro, I like that face. If Abby Shapiro set this up, there would be far more lighting in this mirror than
2020, and we need all the bolstering we can get. So I wanted to write a speech telling them what they were up against, but also giving them hope for the future. And it was just a wonderful experience. We did it through Zoom because of coronavirus, but I did it from home, and I got to speak to all of these young conservatives, and it was so great. There was a question and answer segment at the end, and I just...
Never mind. I know for a fact she... It's a good face, too.
Loved the whole experience, so I really wanted to
Also,
share just a few clips from that speech. If you guys are part of a group on campus and you would like to have me come and speak, I would love to come and speak to you. I just have such a great time getting to know you guys, because the fact of the matter is, I really do know you. I know that it's hard for you to tell how I would know you, but I recognize your names. If you comment a lot, I see you, and I like being able to talk to you. But now let's get into the highlights from my speech. Conservatives are the new resistance.
So brave.
I want to start off by sharing a story with you all from my time in college. Now, I grew up in a conservative household, as you may know, but when I went to USC, I wasn't open about my political views. I instead chose to keep my views.
Is she like holding the... yeah, that's a different mirror. Oh, okay. So maybe she's not actually paying somebody. Maybe she knows what she's doing. Because this is an old video. And she's got the same mirror, but it's different color schemes and different hair. Maybe she does know what she's doing. She's got better lighting, at least. Also, don't... If you're going to read something, it should be, like... either above or below the camera, but not so far below. Like, if you're reading something on a laptop off to a webcam, like she's doing right here. And it looks like it's on her lap, too.
Under the radar. Even though 90% of my classes were music-related, I did have to take a few GE courses.
Music-related?
One of them, which I'm sure many of you have taken, was Writing 140, Introduction to College Writing. Now, the professor began the class by discussing argumentation and bias. To prove a point, he divided the whiteboard into 3 sections. Section 1 he labeled right, Section 2 he labeled unbiased, and Section 3 he labeled left. He then told us, I'm going to show you 3 videos, and each one will represent one of these perspectives. First, he played a clip from Fox News.
So when you're reading something across the screen, it's really quite obvious when you're reading something across the screen. Somebody is not being extemporaneous when they're reading like this, and they're not actually engaging with their audience. It can be really, really, really distracting, especially if they're not engaging and naturally charismatic. She's gotten better, though.
He then wrote it in the right column. Then he showed us a clip from MSNBC and placed it in the left column. Can you guess?
Never mind. This is from November 24th, 2020. Holy shit. What the fuck?
And unbiased clip he showed us was Jon Stewart.
Maybe I missed
Jon
some
Stewart,
context.
the leftist comedian, was considered bipartisan and unbiased by my professor because...
Hold on. Damn. Well, now I know where I was. Show me a conservative comedian. Because Jon Stewart is actually fucking hilarious. And Jon Stewart is the only person who's actually taken Congress to task over their failure to provide any health care or support to 9/11 first responders. So you can thank Jon Stewart for that, you stupid bitch. Because I know for a fucking fact
now, the professor began the class by discussing argumentation and bias. To prove a point, he divided the whiteboard into 3 sections. Section 1 he labeled right. Section 2 is one that you share as members of the college Republicans. We are the resistance. Being conservative means fighting the published narrative. I went to the Manhattan School of Music for my master's.
How? No. That's completely wrong. No, conservatism is like is almost regressive. You want to keep the norm. She's advocating for like a progressive point of view. Say that one more time, sweetheart. Let me hear what you had to say.
Being conservative means fighting the published narrative.
No, it basically means licking boot and following the published narrative. Especially today, and especially in the Trump era, when you and your brother and all of your fucking ilk are so goddamn, like, have that boot so far up down your throat, it's kicking your ass. It doesn't. It makes sense that you're not getting this simply because of what I said before, and you're just not getting enough oxygen into your brain to realize it.
I went to the Manhattan School of Music for my master's degree and professional study certificate. I had a wonderful experience there learning about opera and performing. But if you look to your left and try to look further, that's about where the politics of the teachers and students sat. As you can imagine,
So wait, you went to like a liberal arts school and everyone was politically to the left? Because, you know, artists are definitely known for being really, really conservative. I'm just saying. That art has always been on the more conservative side.
The left will tell you that conservatives run the media. We are the mainstream, and that leftists need to protect their rights.
Literally. Yeah, because the liberal media doesn't exist. The liberal media is basically all online. I mean that nowadays it's the leftist media that's all online. The liberal media is like the corporatist bullshit you're gonna see on CSNBC or CNBC or MSNBC, CNN, that kind of fucking a corporatist centrist Democrats that are stuck between the years of 1990 and 2005. Especially when it comes to war, they're stuck in 2001 where they want to just bomb the shit out of everything and waste everybody's money. But that's another story. No offense, Colin, because I do support the troops. Remember, I was enlisted. Colin. I don't know what that means.
Right to speak from us while taking away our right to speech because we are, of course, racist, bigot, homophobes.
Kinda, yeah.
What's the true narrative? Let's take it apart piece by piece. The left has social media on its side.
No.
According to a newly published Pew Research Center.
Well, yes and no. Facebook is like basically conservative. I just don't go to Facebook. Facebook it's only used for Messenger, and that's because if it's I don't need to hear everybody's opinion. I don't care about your boomer memes. It's a bunch of old-ass conservative dipshits all, blowing each other at this point. As far as, like, Twitter, I don't use Twitter simply because it's a cesspool, and it just reminds me of Donald Trump and whatever. Twitter's it's just off my radar. I use YouTube, obviously, as social media, but that's not really that engaging as far as my perspective. Like, I can engage with people on, certain topics, on different videos, but I can't actually give, like, a very good response in a video to a certain person without knowing that they're going to give a response back. Because if I were going to respond to her directly, she wouldn't say a goddamn thing to me because I'm a fucking nobody.
Center report, 55% of U.S. adults now get their news from social media either often or sometimes.
That's
Think about that.
That includes YouTube. YouTube is social media. So, if you get your news clips after the fact, which is what most of us do, or you listen to podcasts on YouTube, hey, what's going on, bro? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Chris Davis, you should talk to Mac and Colin. They're super cool dudes. Chris Davis is a pretty cool dude. He's the first guy to come in, and he's gonna be the first mod. I'm considering Mac and Colin. I can't trust officers. I'm sorry. But I also have to refresh, and I want to. Now I got derailed. Let's see what this crazy bitch has to say.
We talk about how Twitter and Facebook
Good, man.
are just
I'm glad
platforms,
to hear that.
places
I
for
was
people
actually
to
kind of
share
worried
what they
about you
want
because I
when they
didn't
want,
see on the last
but they
stream.
bring people news.
But then
So
again, it was
why
in the
does
middle
this
of the
matter?
week.
Just a few weeks ago, Twitter and
Also, shut the fuck up, Abby. Also, like, I don't know why, but I tried to stream. I tried to schedule this stream, and it just sort of didn't work. Maybe I basically just been working, man. That's it. I've been working and trying to keep myself, like, surviving. Simply because I work my fucking ass off. Anyway, I tried to like schedule this stream for 7 o'clock, and it just like didn't go through. I really gotta work on the YouTube algorithm and the editing and like how to function my actual channel so that I can put something out. And I tried also to find a way to do the notifications, but I guess I'll just have to go into a different YouTube video to find that out. I just ran out of time today because I had to go do the laundry. I had to do the sheets and everything. And I went to Walmart, tried to get a thermal. They were too expensive because I don't need one. I would like another one is all it is. But I found a $2.50 little blankie for my sweet puppy boy, my sweet doggy, and he loves it. Alright, what is she talking about?
Facebook prevented the sharing of a New York Post article about Hunter Biden just because they didn't want you to read it. It is entirely clear that conservatives are
The Hunter Biden thing just wasn't a thing, though. It was a nothing burger. I mean, it was like a interaction between private citizens that may have happened according to some blind dude that supported Trump and gave all his information to Rudy Giuliani instead of the FBI or some shit. Like, she looks like a oh transvestigators, I'm calling you. I don't know. Look at that jawline. I have. I was playing, I played like maybe an hour of Fallout New Vegas. But look at this jawline, dude. That's too square. Transvestigators, we're calling you.
Because conservatives can be canceled at the drop of a hat. You say the wrong thing.
No, it's not the wrong thing. Because I could say, like... Let me see. What would the wrong thing be to say? Okay, I could say the wrong thing. The wrong thing would be, like... to say... You know what? Gamers are lazy. If you play video games, you're just fucking... You're just lazy and you need to get outside more. Like, no, dude. I like video games, man. You're being... That's the wrong thing to say. If you say, oh, well, if you're poor, it's just your fault. That's intentionally inflammatory. No, that's just plain incorrect, and it misses so many things. But you take it as the other thing. You take it as just, oh, they're just offended. Whatever. You dumb. Ugh.
You're canceled. Not a wrong thing, the wrong thing. And what the wrong things are can change faster than you can say boo.
I can actually kind of agree on that, because sometimes culture changes like crazy, man. Like, you can't keep up with culture unless you're kind of aloof. And that's kind of where I try to stay at, is just sort of aloof, of just like, I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm gonna do the right thing when it comes to my vote and my voice. But when it comes to comedy and interaction and media and entertainment, throw it at me. I don't give a fuck. Some things are gonna make me laugh. Like, I remember watching what is it? 50 cartoons. That's what we used. It was like 50 cartoon classics. It was a VHS that we used to have. That was some racist ass shit. Holy fuck. There were some racist ass videos in there. I remember there was one where I think it's Donald Duck and Bugs Bunny, or Porky Pig and Donald Duck go to some African country, and they are African for the time, I guess I could say. And it's just like it's super racist, but at the same time, if you watch the context or the content of the video, it's actually pretty funny. Like, it's just a cartoon, and if you watch it knowing the time, like, it's also kind of funny. But we used to watch that shit all the time, so like, thank you. It's supplied by your tax dollars.
Tell you that conservatives are limiting
I get
free speech.
derailed really easily,
They fear
obviously.
President Trump because he has called out the media time and time
So let me
again for their fake news and their leftist skew.
Let me know if I'm
Who is
I'm
the
not
one
circling
limiting
around
free
my
speech?
arguments.
The left. The Facebook and Twitter debacle I mentioned earlier is just one example of limiting information. But the left wants you, young conservatives, to shut up. They want to control anything they would term hate speech. They want to control what narrative people are reading. They want to control it all.
What?
And they want to do it on their terms with no input from the other side. You have to know your stuff.
What?
As
That's simply just demonizing your opponent. You're not bringing anything to the table other than strawmanning them and saying they're not willing to compromise on anything. No, the left is absolutely willing to compromise, because from everybody that I have seen and known who is on the left or is a leftist, I'm not really a decorations guy, but I'll get into that once I finish my point. But anybody who's on the left or is a leftist, shit, you derailed me.
Control it all, and they want to do it on their terms with no input from the other side. You have to know your stuff.
Wait.
As young conservatives, you have to know your positions inside and out. But
I feel
who's
like
the one limiting free speech? The left.
Are
Facebook
you sure?
and Twitter debacle I mentioned earlier is just one example of limiting information. But
Twitter is a private company. Twitter can do whatever it wants as a private company, and it can limit whatever it wants on its platform. If that means you are saying things that are false and inflammatory, or are inciting violence, or are just completely debased as a comment, then they have the right to say, hey, no, you can't post that as part of our terms of service. You act like it's run as a utility, but it's not. It's not run as a utility. It's run as a private company, and they can say, Abby Shapiro, you know what? Go fuck yourself. We just don't like you. Whatever, Karen, get the fuck out of here.
But the left wants you, young conservatives, to shut up. They want to control anything they would term hate speech. They want to control what narrative people are reading. They want to control it all. And they want to do it on their terms with no input from the other side. You have to know your stuff.
No.
As young conservatives,
I don't even know what I was gonna get at that point, but I actually have to use the latrine real quick, so I'm going to let her speak. And as far as like decorations, I'm not like a decorations kind of guy. Holidays to me. So, all right. Let's go back. I've spent so many holidays away from people and working and just doing things other than you would normally do during a holiday, that it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter or President's Day or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's about togetherness. The decorations are nice, but you know what? I'd rather just, instead of spending $50 on an inflatable snowman outside of my house, I'd rather just go and spend $20 on a meal that I can cook for my mom or something. That would be a lot better to me, because that's what holidays are about. Holidays are about just being together, being congruent, being a meal. Have a meal. Just have a fucking meal. You know, it might be hard now, but just go have a meal. That's what it's not about the decorations. It's not about the festivities. It's not about the presents. Just go be with each other and have some fun. Alright? Have a little bit of merriment. And trust me, if politics come up, leave. Also, you said this is called a patrol cap. Mine is 7 3/8. Very specific. Actually, it's weird because I don't think I've ever found anybody that couldn't find the right patrol cap. Because mine fits, the 7 3/8 has always fit perfectly for me. And then anything else is just too big or just too small. And just too small is like, by the end, by lunch even, I have a headache. I'm like, oh God. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to Ben Shapiro in drag.
To know your positions inside and out, or at
I'd
least
like to know
be
you
willing to
inside
admit
and
that
out,
you don't
baby.
know, which is fine because conservatism is about humility. We can admit we don't know because we understand that knowing how things work is hard, and knowing everything is impossible, and it's dangerous to fool yourself into thinking you or anyone can do it. Being liberal comes with lots of
But that's part of conservatism, is to like figure out how to fucking do everything. Is to be self-reliant. So you just shit on self-reliance to push self-reliance?
And whistles. You get to say that you're part of a revolution. You get to scream and cry, and people will take that as an argument because you're fighting injustice. You get to pose nude on the street facing a line of police officers and call that brave because it's a powerful use of womanhood to...
It's actually called the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. The freedom of speech and freedom of expression. It's one of the best things we ever had in this country. And if you fuck on that, if you bash that, if you try and take that away from anybody, holy shit, that is the one thing that makes me want to get up arms. Do not take the First Amendment away from anybody. And the First Amendment, I mean the entirety of it. Not just freedom of expression, freedom of speech. I mean freedom of religion too. That's why it pisses me off when this dumb bitch and her fucking stupid ass, I wanted to say boyfriend, brother, bash on anybody that isn't Jewish or Christian or whatever the fuck, because you hate the First Amendment. You want everybody to think like you. Fuck you. I'm not going to do that. And the First Amendment exists because you need to be silenced when you're lying. And the best way to silence you when you're lying is to simply call you out on your lies. That's freedom of speech.
Fight patriarchal oppressor institutions like the police. In a lot of ways, being conservative isn't as sexy. We believe in principles that we apply to ourselves. The left doesn't limit itself that way. You won't get away with anything. If you are conservative, you need to know your stuff. Leftists aren't brave. They risk nothing, and their prizes come at everyone else's expense. They don't have to educate themselves on issues. That's why it's so funny when someone like Demi Lovato says that she doesn't care if it ruins her career to write a song that's anti-Trump. That's why it's hilarious when someone like Taylor Swift, who is worth more than $350 million, writes a song about how her life would have been easier and better if she were a man. Because they act like they have taken a stand in a society that will judge them for it, when all we have heard about their activism is positive responses. Maybe a few of us have critiqued that behavior, but it means nothing to the people who could actually destroy their careers. Here's the good news. And it's great news. You get to be happy. It turns out, totalitarianism that's based on a spiteful, nervous, and hateful view of the world, society, and everyone in it, is a miserable way to live. Being open about being conservative, choosing to actually build your life around your conservative values, is so much more likely to make you happy than either A, being leftist, or B, pretending to be leftist so you can live under the radar in their miserable woke world. Plenty of studies have actually shown that conservatives are happier than liberals. One study published in 2012 showed that conservatives are happier, on average, than liberals, and another study published in 2018 found that conservatives find life more meaningful than liberals. The left finds their meaning in victimhood. in their never-ending crusade against the oppression they constantly need to root out. Women, for example, have to view themselves as victims of the patriarchy, and if you don't agree, you're not just wrong, you're a traitor to your entire sex. Everyone needs a mission.
Holy shit, y'all want to unfuck that one?
Our mission is built into our values and allows us to be happy.
Beep, beep, beep,
and
beep,
that's
beep,
it
beep.
for the highlights of today's speech. I hope
of us.
Wait. Okay, we'll get to that in a second, but
leftists aren't brave.
Okay.
They risk nothing, and their prizes come at everyone else's expense.
Really?
They don't have to educate themselves on issues. That's why it's so funny when someone like Demi Lovato says that she doesn't care.
What about me? I'm a leftist. Am I brave? I have 10 years of service. 5 active, 5 National Guard, 3 overseas tours, including 2 deployments, and 2 MOSs, military police and public affairs. So I guess I'm not brave. I'm just a total piece of shit.
If it ruins her career to write a song that's anti-Trump. That's why it's hilarious when someone like Taylor Swift, who is worth more than $350 million, writes a song about how her life would have been easier and better if she were a man. Because they act like they have taken a stand in a society that will judge.
Oh my god, it's almost like these artists sing songs that are given to them for money. It's almost like they're capitalists, and then the songwriters know how to actually manipulate the populace. That's crazy. It's fucking wild. I mean, it's only been happening for the past, 40 fucking years?
When all we have heard about their
You should know that. I mean, your parents grew up in
activism is positive.
or your parents raised you in Hollywood.
Have critiqued that behavior. But it
all right,
means nothing
let's
to
get
people
into
who
her
actually destroy their career.
Let's get into this some wildness of Abigail Shapiro's. Oh, dude, we got a new video. This was 50 minutes ago. Oh my goodness, let's watch it. Why not? Let's watch it. Dude, every Shapiro has a new video. Let's watch it, dude.
Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to another episode of The Scoop. If you are new to my channel, The Scoop is our opportunity to just act as if we're grabbing a cup of coffee together, chat, kind of go over what's been going on over the course of the week, and I love hearing what you guys have been up to too, so make sure to leave.
The fact that you're, incompetent makes me really nervous about this cup of coffee, and the fact that the cup of coffee, well, if you and I are at the same coffee house, it's gonna be pretty strong. It's giving me anxiety too. Not a fan of the anxiety.
Leave that stuff in the comments.
Young lady.
I'm drinking water today. We just switch off here between tea, coffee, water, soda, whatever it is, whatever you're drinking.
We switch off between all beverages.
Go and grab one, and let's get started.
What
so
about
the
a
first
Bloody
thing
Mary?
I want to talk about is AOC, aka Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Something funny happened.
Why wouldn't you put her real name first? That's some catty ass shit, dude. Well, I just don't get it. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I'm not gonna put any Spanish inflection on it, mainly because I'm white and I never took Spanish. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC, is far more appropriate. You're just being a fucking dick about it. Stop being a dick about it, lady.
Happened this week, and Twitter thought it was hilarious. I agree. AOC is a socialist, so she hates capitalism.
Not really. She's a social democrat.
And she really believes in the redistribution of wealth by the government. But here's where the funny part comes in. She recently came out with a line of merchandise, and the money would go to contribute to her campaign. One of the pieces in her line is a sweatshirt that simply says, "Tax the rich." It makes sense if you know that she is a socialist and would love for the government to redistribute everyone's wealth. But here's where it gets good. Guess how much she's selling this sweatshirt for? Nope, not $25. No, not $35. $58.
Yeah, it's almost like political merch costs extreme amounts of money. Hold on. Diddly doo, diddly skiddly doo. Oh, wait. Trump. 20. Ah. Trump 2020 sweater, Amazon. Okay. Let's see what we got. What are we paying? Oh, $7.50. Oh man. Ooh. Looks like prices have gone down, dude. Oh man. Well, it makes sense that they're not as valuable. Yeah. Because honestly, if you're gonna if I were to sell a shirt, I would sell it at a minimal profit. So if I were gonna make $1 per shirt, fine. That's me. I'm an individual. If I were a presidential campaign, I need to make like $50 per shirt in order to just sustain the campaign as it is. And like political merchandise doesn't sell very well. It's not like you don't see a lot of people walking around with like Trump shirts and Biden hats. Like the vice versa a little bit maybe, but you're not going to see people with sweatshirts that say AOC 2026. It's just not going to work out in the volume that you need, so you have to go for income at that point. It's surprising that she actually it's not surprising that she doesn't understand this, because she has never had to deal with her own money ever.
This sweatshirt that she's selling is so expensive, only the rich could afford to buy it. What
That's not
normal
true. I could
person
afford it. I could afford it. I'd buy it. $55. That's not prohibitive. The rich could get, you know, a room at a Trump hotel, which is $250,000 a night if you're Saudi Arabian, and
could afford to buy a dinky sweatshirt for $58. I know I wouldn't buy a sweatshirt for $58. AOC tried
you'd buy that sweater for $48,000
to justify the cost of the sweatshirt by saying it was created by unionized labor. But if the cost of creating a dinky sweatshirt is $58 when you're using union labor, that kind of proves the point that union labor makes everything more expensive, even when it doesn't deserve to be. But hey,
it kind of does if you're dumb, but it just says that, hey, everything's provided with union labor, but we're still supporting a fucking political campaign. How do you not understand how political campaigns work, dude?
They'll get to virtue signal to the world that they believe that all of their money should go to the government. And the great thing about virtue signaling is that they probably will never be faced with a situation where they actually do have to give all their money to the government. So, there you go. This whole situation was so funny. I'd love to hear
this is a 10-minute video.
Your thoughts in the comments. The next thing I wanted to talk about is my new background. Can you guys see a difference? Yes? No? Well, it is my winter background. I have been changing up my back.
I thought of something, but I don't want to get my channel suspended.
That maybe
so.
that was slightly too Christmassy for the vibe I'm going for. Let me know in the comments if you saw this little statue of 3 deer, a mommy, a daddy, and a baby
see what the
deer.
Comments say.
Would you think that was a reindeer? Would you think that that was too Christmassy for my background? I'd love to know your thoughts because I really love this little statue. I think it's adorable, but
nice. I'm guessing women's XXL and men's S.
Given that I am Jewish,
so let's see what the replies
these are the things I need.
You're killing me.
But I
nice.
do love my background. I think
like
it looks so cozy and so wintry. I am very excited for winter to be coming. I love Christmas season.
Oh my god! Like, what should I won't say something. I will, however. Hello, third viewer. I will, however, go to this. Oh, where'd it go? Oh no! Oh, there it is. It shifted over. Hold on. I feel like I should. I wish I could dark mode this.
Hello, classic crew, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be singing an operatic aria that's got just about everything. So today I'm singing the aria Piangerò la sorte mia from the opera Giulio Cesare, which is written by Handel. And this aria is one of my absolute favorites.
Handel.
So I thought before I sang it for you guys, I would give you a little bit of a rundown about what it's about and how you can relate to it, because all of the
Then again, I don't knock her for not pronouncing things in the German way.
Emotions in opera are very real. They're just kind of experienced at the height of that emotion. And so I wanted to share this aria with you guys because it is so beautiful, but it's also got some angry parts right in the middle. So this aria is actually what's called a da capo aria, which means that it has an A section, a B section, and then the A repeats with changes. So that means that there's a section at the beginning, and then there's a section in the middle that's different, and then the first section repeats, but it has some ornaments. It sounds a little bit...
Trump is having a rally today. Nobody is wearing a mask. Is there, if you can give me a live link, or a link to an actual, like, video of it, go ahead and send it to me, and I'll look at it, because that is, honestly, that's, like, the least surprising thing ever, because, of course they're not. For fuck's sake, wear a goddamn mask. Wear your mask. It's not that hard. Like, I wear a mask on a regular basis. Like, on a daily basis. My ears hurt on a daily basis because of it. And I'm just a machine. I'm a machine operator. So, like, you can only imagine what people are going through who are in full PPE all day, every day, doing 10, 12, 16-hour shifts. It's fucking ridiculous. Wear your fucking mask. And if you see somebody not wearing their mask, tell them that they're a piece of shit. Call them a fucking plague rat. They are a plague rat. Hey, fuckface. Hey, yeah, you plague rat. Hey, you want to spread some more? You fucking plague rat? It's on YouTube, NBC. Look it up now. All right, let's hold on. YouTube, NBC News. It's gonna take a second. Sorry, mate. We started texting. NBC News. It's right there about you. Oh, okay, I got you.
But you can't ever accept when they steal and
How's the
rape
volume?
and rob.
With no evidence. Stop the steal. Let me know how the audio is, because it's actually...
did try to steal the presidency. They're trying like hell. Do you ever notice the fake news? Today he's appointing his this, his that. Yeah, Sonny, his Secretary of Agriculture, Sonny. I like Sonny. We want Sonny. He was a great governor here for 8 years, right? You would have solved this problem in about 2 hours, Sonny. He would have said, let the...
Look at all those people. So, we can't actually get a demographic of the crowd based off of those people. These invalids. Basically because they're behind the camera. Or they're in front of the camera. Oh, hell. Yeah. They're all super spreader events. All of these people are at one point or another in this small period going to get coronavirus. Whether or not they have symptoms, suffer, or die from it is questionable, because this guy can be completely fine 100%, but this lady, those two bump into each other at the convenience store, she's dead. That's it. There's nothing that can happen. It's a cult, dude. This is absolutely disgusting. And look at this old woman. She's frozen. These two old ladies are freezing. She's curled up in her, and they're forced to stay in there because they're within camera shot. And if you ever want to shit on any of your like super right-wing friends, just look at these two things. Do you know what those are? Those are teleprompters. That's a teleprompter right there, telling him what the fuck to say. So if he ever says any fucking shit, well, he's reading off a fucking teleprompter. They're right next to his face. They're right next to his face. I mean, honestly, when Obama was speaking, even when Trump was speaking in the beginning of his presidency, they were off at a distance. Now they're literally right fucking there. How bad is his vision? Like, what's going on? Is this a new thing? Do we have to deal with his vision now?
Even want to take away your beautiful Christmas that we just got back. I have to be very careful, you know, when I sort of imitate
Christmas that you just got back.
That, right? You remember I was saying suburban women. I say, suburban women, love me. Please love me. I've been so good to you. I've been so good to you.
Have you?
I got rid of the worst regulation in the history of suburbia. I got rid of that regulation, so now you can actually have a house without a building going up next to it that you're not going to be happy about.
That literally
without crime increasing by tenfold and this and that. So I said, but suburban women, please.
Basically what he's saying is we kept the minorities out. We kept the blacks out. Dude, trust me, I lived in a suburb of Cleveland. Yeah. That's what he's saying. Because here's some dog whistle for you. My mother lives in Cleveland. Oh, where does she live? Oh, she lives in a suburb of Cleveland. Oh, well, that's interesting. Don't worry, it's pretty democratic, but at least it's affluent. Go ahead, figure that one out. A lot of dog whistles in that one.
Please
that's kind of what he's saying. Like,
Donald Trump is begging. He's begging and crying for the vote of suburban
you are.
residents, right? These people are sick. So you have to be very careful when you start
These people are about to be sick. And this lady, if she doesn't think she has pre-existing conditions, she has pre-existing conditions. Stop stream. No? Okay. Going for it.
Sarcasm doesn't work. Sarcasm doesn't work with the... Wow, that is a big group of people back there. Look at that. The fake news. Whoa.
How did
That's
deflect?
A big group.
Are you around a lot of... What's up, Pop? Oh, somebody's got to go poopy. Are you around a lot of Trumpists? What's your political leaning, Chris Davis? You don't have to see it if you don't want to, but we can go on. I gotta let the dog out real quick though.
That is a lot of fake news. Well, now we call it the fake news and suppression news. I use the word suppression because now they got a new thing going. This happened since Hunter. Because we were killing him on Hunter, stealing money from every country. He was a human vacuum cleaner. And it was hurting them badly. So all of a sudden, big tech,
BRB.
Together with their partner, the Democrats, and their partner, the fake news media, they decide, under no circumstances will we ever talk about it again. So you have 95% of the media, you could have them be Jesse James and walk into the bank with a gun, hold them up, give me all your money, and they won't talk about it. And it's hard to have a scandal if they don't talk about it. Other than the New York Post and people like Sean Hannity and people like Laura, and Tucker is doing good. I like Tucker lately. And our friends in the morning, and I tell you, we have some great new people. OAN, Newsmax. And Judge Jeanine, she's on, right? She's on tonight. And Jesse Waters is great, and Pete Hegseth. And I'm in trouble because I don't mention everybody, but we have great people. We have a great voice, but the fact is, most of the press was suppressed, so that no matter what, they wouldn't talk. And it was incredible. And I have to give a lot of credit to Carl Allen and the New York Post for what they did, because they went out and they fought them, and they fought them hard. Oldest paper in America, 4th or 5th biggest, and they should be very proud of themselves. But we're doing the same thing. These two incredible people are doing the same thing. We fight. If you don't get out and vote, they're going to win. Now, a lot of people, friends of mine, say, let's not vote. We're not going to vote because we're angry about the presidential election. And they're friends of mine. They're people that are great people. They're real friends, and more than just two. There are numerous people. And it's almost like a protest. But if you do that, the radical left wins, okay? It was sort of an instinct of mine. You're angry because so many votes were stolen, it was taken away. And you say, well, we're not going to do it. We can't do that. We have to actually do just the opposite. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
If you don't vote...
Oh, my God. I let the dog out, refreshed, and I was like, okay, I went to the bathroom, and I ran back over here. I stepped in a puddle of piss. God damn it, dude. Oh, that's so gross. Give me just a second. I gotta take a quick break. I am going to. I gotta take a break. Hold on 1 second, guys. And we'll do this. Chill out for a couple minutes. card came up. That was great. Alright, so that's what happens when you that's what happens when shit happens on stream. I hate watching this. Anyway,
the socialists and the communists win. They win. Georgia patriots must show up and vote for these two incredible people. And I'm telling you, they're two of the...
Fuck this guy. You say Democratic. I mean, honestly, like... If you had to choose between three, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, or Bernie Sanders, who would you choose? That'll give me a little bit of a better gauge. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna see what he's at now.
Then I told you we can't let it happen. Over the last 4 years, David Perdue has been one of the toughest fighters for our America First agenda in Washington. And David saw this. Did you see last week? China said, China doesn't like me too much. They pay us big.
Man, fuck China. Also, if I get to the point, Chris Davis, you're gonna be my first mod.
Billions and billions. That never happened. Billions and billions of dollars in tariffs. And they pay it. They devalued their currency. They paid a lot of money. They don't like me. The happiest people in the world right now are the leaders of China.
Why is that?
The second happiest are the leaders of
I'm a Bernie
Iran.
guy, but I want to know.
What we would have done in the next 4 years, we would have been on a footing like nobody's ever, and now we're giving it all away. But China said, we will not.
Even though I was military police, I'm not vehemently pro law enforcement like the thin blue line and all that shit. Like, police officers are police officers. They should be treated as individuals, and when they do things, they should be held accountable. And Kamala Harris is not willing to do that, according to her record. Hell yeah, like yes, absolutely. We have no leadership right at this point. This is not leadership. All right.
Deal with agriculture. What the?
So, fuck whatever he has to say. You see this? Those stripes. I'm not gonna say I'm some great leader or anything. I'm not gonna say I'm Genghis Khan or hell, I'm not even gonna say I'm fucking Hitler. Hitler was a terrible, horrible military leader. But I know something about leadership, and what's on my screen, is not leadership. Joe Biden can at least give us a stopgap in order for us to get through the next 4 years to provide something better on the other end. And the fact that we have this virus, this pandemic, that's going to kill, it's going to kill 1 million people before the dipshits that are on your screen realize how bad this is. He is going to help get it under control. This virus is still going to be there. But we have to think about after Joe Biden. So, Joe Biden is the president-elect. Joe Biden will be sworn in on January 21st or January 20th, and he will be the president. Okay? That's what's going to happen. And Joe Biden has a limited amount of power, of course, because according to our system of government and our constitution, in order to unfuck things. And as much as people want to go after Trump and be like, we gotta skewer him, put him on a fucking stake until his, like, put him on a wooden stake through his asshole until it comes out through his mouth. we have more. We got shit to worry about. Fuck them. Fuck him. Let him loose. I don't give a shit what happens to Donald Trump. I don't care if he does more rallies. I don't care if he grifts his supporters. I don't fucking care. We have a country that needs to springboard somewhat back into reality and actually help its people. If we're not going to do that, then there's no point to anything. And Joe Biden is that log across the river that you're kind of really wary about. Holy shit, it could fall in and drag you with it, but you could get across the river, and we really need to get across that river. You dig? I'm gonna let everybody take it before me. And that's twofold. That's two ends of one bag, I guess you could say, rather than a double-edged sword. I want other people to take it before me, because I want those people who need it to take it before I need it, because I don't need it right now. Also, I would like to see the effect it has on other people before I take it. That may sound a little bit malicious, but at the same time, I would rather see them. I would rather, survive, I guess. I mean, if it causes, like anal hemorrhage, instant anal hemorrhage, that would be pretty fucked up. Like that would suck. If oh yeah, you have a 1% chance of instant anal hemorrhage goes in your bloodstream, and all of a sudden all of CVS is just staring at you like, ugh, oh god, what a genetic freak. Ugh.
Down to 3 trillion now. It's 100 trillion is what they wanted.
Shut the
That's
fuck
more
up,
money. If our economy was going unbelievable gangbusters for 100 years, no recession, no anything, we couldn't come close to making 100 trillion. They want to rip down buildings and rebuild them with no windows. I like windows. I like big, beautiful windows. He wants to do a total government takeover of healthcare that will destroy your doctor's offices and rural hospitals.
Nope.
So if you're sick, if you have a cold, go to a hospital, wait online for about 3 days.
Nope. The lines are for elective procedures. That's it. So imagine this. Imagine you live in a rural community, and all of a sudden you're working along your machine, and it just malfunctions, blows apart, and you get a huge chunk taken out of your arm. Your arm is basically hanging by a thread. You mosey off to the nearest hospital, get your arm reattached, go for some follow-up appointments, get all the drugs you need, and it comes out of your taxes. How is that less beneficial to the average American, both in terms of availability of medicine and financial stability, as opposed to the current system that we have, in which that same scenario, you get a chunk taken out of your arm, you're going to have to pay for that chunk taken out of your arm by working extra hours at the farm that took the chunk out of your arm. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And hope you get a decent doctor. Ossoff also supports a crippling nationwide...
You can hope you get a decent doctor now. Because if I don't like my doctor, and I try to get a different one, especially me, living in a very rural area, if I get a doctor that I don't like and I try to get another one, I might have to travel over an hour to get to them And that takes time out of my life. Okay? It takes time out of my life and their life. Because when you cancel an appointment, it's not like some waiting room, a D-bag just sitting there and they're like, oh yeah, somebody cancel, you can come in. No, you're wasting money. That's basically all it is. And I would rather just be able to, like, if I cut my hand open using a box cutter, because, you know, mistakes happen. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. I cut my hands all the time. So if I cut my hand open with a box cutter, I should be able to go to any hospital or emergency room and be like, hey man, I cut my hand open, here's how it happened, here's the tool that it happened with, and can you stitch me up? And then I just go the fuck home. Why is that such a difficult concept in this country? Why is healthcare and empathy and sympathy such a difficult concept in this fucking country? Is that what we fight for? Honestly, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any goddamn sense for us not to care for each other. We have the most powerful military in the entire history. Not just the world right now, but the entire history of the world. We have the most powerful military, and we can't even take care of each other. How the fuck does that make sense to even have that powerful of a military? It doesn't. You're defending nothing. You're defending shit. We have an empire of dirt. That's basically it. What else can I say?
Lockdown. He wants
Am
you to
I
lock
wrong?
your
Please
home.
correct me if
This
I'm
is
wrong.
not your fault.
By
I
all
know
means.
You're with me. I'm with you. We've always had wins from primaries to 2 elections. We won 2 elections, believe it or not.
Fuck this guy.
I think I won the second one by more than I won the first one. I do, right? Bill, I won the second one by more. On January 5th, you also...
You got more votes. You got more votes. Simply because the amount of voting population increased. Where was she at? Where you at? Oh. Watch this shit. Let's I hope this isn't copyrighted.
Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to
Actually,
today's
I hope
video,
it is.
where I'm going to be singing an operatic aria that's got just about everything.
Uh-huh.
So today I'm singing the aria Piangerò la sorte mia from the opera Giulio Cesare, which is written by Handel. And this aria is one of my
Handel. Not Handel. Handel. FFS.
Absolute favorites. So I thought before I sang it for you guys, I would give you a little bit of a rundown about what it's about and how you can relate to it, because all of the emotions in opera are very real. They're just kind of experienced at the height of that emotion. And so I wanted to share this aria with you guys because it is so beautiful, but it's also got some angry parts right in the middle. So this aria is actually what's called a da capo aria, which means that it has an A section, a B section, and then the A repeats with changes. So that means that there's a section at the beginning, and then there's a section in the middle that's different. And
get to your goddamn point. Okay. I really want to, I want to take over the radio operator character. Get your goddamn point.
As the Queen of Egypt.
Holy
and so she has seduced him, but in the process, she's actually fallen in love with him. She thinks at this moment that he is dead, and her brother, who she is trying to remove, who she's trying to get rid of so that she can take his place, has taken her captive. And her brother is a tyrant. He is just killing people left and right. He wants to take advantage of women who don't want him.
Actually,
he is a terrible man, and she doesn't want him sitting on the throne. So he has taken her captive, and she's certain that he is going to kill her. And Cornelia and Sesto, who are her allies, have also been taken captive, so they can't help her. So in this aria, Cleopatra is singing about how her fate has been so cruel, and how she is crying and weeping over what is to come. And then in the middle, she gets really upset and angry.
Make an actual case about, like, wearing masks and just being safe about the coronavirus to the people around you. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Man, like... What? I don't even know what question I posed because I was wrapped up in, you know, like 3 different damn things. But, yeah, make sure everyone around you wears a mask, and make sure you call out your friends and family members for being dicks about it. Like, come on. It's not about you, it's about everyone else. Like, don't be an asshole. Wear your fucking mask. And get the vaccine.
And
just
vows to take revenge upon the tyrant, her brother, and haunt him for the rest of her days. Now, when you guys watch my rendition of this aria, you'll see I
can't wait.
I do have a sort of transition throughout. So I start off upset and feeling devastated about what has come to pass. And then I start to realize who brought this fate upon me. And I want to take...
Hey, Colin. If I were your Camo guy, would you actually, like, bat an eye at it?
Take revenge upon Tolomeo, that's her brother in the opera. And then the anger of what she's going to do after her death, kind of the realization of all of that, it starts to dissipate, and Cleopatra just becomes incredibly tired and accepts what's happening to her. And so there is a definite transition throughout from sadness to anger to acceptance in a way, but devastation. And one of the reasons I love this aria, and I think it is relatable, is because I like that she has both the feeling of devastation.
You see that, Brett Keane? That click, click, like boom, boom, comes up. Now I kind of want to subscribe, but it's not there the entire fucking time. It just sort of comes up. It comes up at the 3-minute mark. That's 1/4 of the way through. I guarantee it's going to be at a different point as well. Probably at the end of the video. Like, hey, rate and subscribe. Not through the... through the entire channel. Absolutely, I love to travel. Traveling is awesome. Because you get to meet, like... Dude. Best thing that you can do in your life is travel and, like, eat food with different people and have conversations. Nothing brings people together more than food. So if you go to India and you can spend less than $1,500 and travel to New Delhi and have an actual good time and meet new people. You just have to be able to embrace those people and embrace the food, especially. Go to a restaurant and start eating with people and talking with them and figuring what's going on in the culture. That's what's awesome about traveling, is the food especially, but the interaction with people over that food is even better. But yeah, go ahead, travel. Always travel. If you have the opportunity, travel. Go somewhere you want to go, eat the food there, and find somebody to converse over that food with. Like, converse with over that food. because you will find some of the best friends ever. A lot of places, like especially in the U.S., we get media that's like, oh yeah, every place is bad. It's evil. It's this. You're gonna hurt. Or you're gonna get hurt. Yeah, you should watch out for yourself. You should absolutely be cautious when you go to a new country, but at the same time, go ahead and fucking enjoy yourself. There's plenty of places that are safe for you simply because they want to make money rather than put you in danger. And that's beneficial mainly to you. And so, yeah, I do like to travel. I'm just not sure why this
Giulio Cesare, if you've ever heard of this aria, or what you just think of the music.
Oh my god. Uh-oh. Say again. Hey, you're coming in scrambled. You're gonna have to call in again. Call in your location. Hey man, look, whatever machine you got grinding around in the background, you gotta shut it off. I don't care if it's a generator or not, you gotta shut it off. I can't even hear your message. Like, this hurts. Come on. I guess this is their fate. I'm sorry. You wanna know why this is really bad? I went to full screen. Why don't we slow it down and find out why exactly this sucks so goddamn much? .5. Honestly, if I had to fucking Slim Jim this car. If I had to Slim Jim this car and it did this to me. fucking shit. I'm sweating. Oh, God. Somebody for fucking real, take this. Holy fuck. Oh my God. Boop, boop. Alright, I turned off my car. Okay. Holy fucking shit. Oh. I gotta swamp off after that. No, legit. I had to fucking swamp off after that shit. Holy Yeah, I would be crying too, sweetheart. That was a horrible performance, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy fucking shit. I have to send this. I should send this to Bryant. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Holy fuck. Oh, okay. Oh, I am honestly, like, taken aback by that, by the existence of that thing that just happened. Okay. Fucking Ben Shapiro in drag exists, and she's fucking hilarious. Alright. Whew. Whew.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today
All
is
right,
October 21st,
let's see what's going on at Yellowstone.
It's noon central here in the U.S.
BT Dub. I was a geology student before the pandemic.
U.S. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world, folks.
Can't wait to take
Please
this one down.
Give us that thumbs up, and ring that bell for critical future updates. Well, folks, one of our subscribers from the United Kingdom sent a story from their
this is one of the things that pisses me off
to us,
more than
the UK Express, and it actually...
This conspiracy pisses me off more than any other conspiracy ever. I don't care about, like, the, I don't care about anything, like, currently political, like, what are they called? The fucking election fraud, or, China's, deflecting its, well, that's not really a conspiracy. China is deflecting its responsibility for coronavirus. But, shit like that, so this can easily be debunked, but we'll go on. We'll go into it.
Really indicates that there has been a USGS
warning
issued for Yellowstone because of rising magma. This warning issued by the USGS was not reported heavily.
Let's see. USGS report on Yellowstone wonder if he has any of this in his description. Show more. Publishes 00. No, seriously. Okay. Okay, so you don't actually put any of the USGS means at background levels, deformation rates, and styles at Yellowstone as recorded by continuing. I've been steady throughout 2020. Subsidence of Yellowstone caldera, which has been ongoing since 2015, continuing at a rate of 2 to 3 centimeters, about 1 inch. So it's actually subsiding about 1 inch per year. What this guy is talking about, like, Yellowstone is extremely volcanically active. True. 100% true. Is the caldera a threat to, like, humanity? Sure. But there's also tens of billions of gallons of water just rushing through there every single day. And that water cools off a lot of that, a lot of the caldera. That's where geysers, when they explode out their water and their steam, they're ejecting energy from underneath the earth. They just have to reach that point. So, and earthquakes in a volcanically active area are nothing new. Earthquakes happen all the time, and earthquakes can happen between 1 and 10 on the Richter scale. 1 is basically everything we feel every day. 4 is something really noticeable. Like 5 is pretty catastrophic. 10 would literally like rip the earth apart, and it would be one hell of a fucking event. But let's go on. Let's see what this guy has. Oops. We're clicking on the wrong thing.
Or reported at all here in the United States, but the UK Express did pick it up. And the article goes, no part of the U.S. is safe. Yellowstone warning issued after rising magma signs identified. This is from Friday, October 2nd, 2020. A Yellowstone volcano eruption would cause havoc in every corner of the continental U.S. A science writer warned during a book detailing how the chilling scenario could unfold. Again, folks, this was published Friday, October 2nd, 2020. It was picked up by the UK Express.
Listen to what he had to say it again. One more time.
A science writer warned during a book detailing how the chilling scenario could unfold. Again, folks, this was published Friday, October 2nd, 2020. Sources, it was picked up by the UK Express. It was a USGS eruption warning that no one told anyone of us about. Located inside Yellowstone National Park, the caldera.
So, the USGS would issue different types of, like, eruption warnings. So, eruption imminent would be like, get everybody the fuck out of there. And I just watched a video on the failures of the Mount St. Helens eruption evacuation, and it was 99.9999% political because they didn't listen to the fucking scientists. If they say, hey, get the fuck out of there, get the fuck out of there. If they say, there's a lot of magma moving around underneath, and you should stay away from these areas. Stay away from those fucking areas.
There is dubbed a super volcano due to its capability to inflict untold devastation on a global scale in the event of a super eruption.
I would I haven't watched this video yet, but I'd like for this person to describe a super eruption to me, because if he thinks that the Yellowstone super eruption is something significant, he needs to really look back into geologic history, because the caldera underneath Yellowstone is nothing, absolutely nothing compared to the calderas that have erupted in the past. And we're talking tens of millions of years, hundreds of millions at certain points. Yeah, if you think this is going to be devastating, hey man, go pick up a book.
It was formed during the last three big events. The Huckleberry Ridge eruption 2.1 million years ago, the Mesa Falls eruption 1.3 million years ago, and the Lava Creek eruption approximately 630,000 years ago. The area is constantly monitored by the United States Geological Survey, USGS, for signs of eruption, and they believe one may be on the way. Science writer Brian Walsh painted a bleak picture of what could happen in the future. No one is taking this serious, he started. The first signs of Yellowstone's titanic eruption have started. In his recently published book, End Times, A Brief Guide to the End of the World, he wrote, first would come a swarm of increasingly intense earthquakes, just as we're seeing in many places.
Chris Davis, if
the
you're
sign
still
that
there,
magma was rushing towards the
where you been at,
surface,
bro?
just like we're seeing in the volcano in Alaska, which is on the same fault line, plate boundary, excuse me. The pressure would build until, like champagne in a bottle, given a vigorous shake, the magma would burst through the ground in a titanic eruption that would discharge the toxic innards of the earth to our air. It would continue for days, burying
That's how you know someone doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yellowstone in lava
into
within
our
a
air.
40-mile radius of the eruption. Mr. Walsh also warned that the devastation would not be restricted to the local area.
So, actually, if Yellowstone were to erupt, if the caldera were to actually, erupt out, here's what happens. So, it's built like this. So, everything up here is Yellowstone National Park, right? Everything down here is essentially the violence of the caldera. So we live on this part, and there's certain parts that come up that release a lot of energy and whatever. If that caldera were to actually explode and actually release all of its energy at once, for one, we would know it's coming, and for two, it would destroy everything, but it wouldn't be the most devastating thing ever to happen to Earth. It's just not going to happen. So the reason the caldera isn't going to happen is because there's tens of billions of gallons of water that move through the caldera every day that cool it off. That's the purpose of the geysers. And things don't work on a schedule. So, yeah, it may go off every 630,000 years or whatever. Oh, it's essentially on a schedule. No, that schedule is based off of geological inferences, and we can only go back, we can only infer between, 10,000 years, so that there could be a 10,000 year difference between eruptions, and that's a huge amount of time, speaking in human terms, let alone in geologic terms. So the shit isn't gonna happen.
Walsh has detailed how Yellowstone's plume of ash, lava, and volcanic gases would reach a height of at least 15 miles and make their way across North America in most all directions. Mr. Walsh added hospitals would be choked with victims coughing up blood as the silicate in the ash slashed their lungs. Worse still, the ash could poison crops and create a worldwide volcanic winter in which global average temperatures could plunge as much as 8 degrees Celsius for as long as a decade. This would produce a recipe for a global starvation event that may endanger hundreds of millions, if not billions of lives, he warned. Well,
and it's not going to happen in our lifetime. If it does, I'll give I'll give one $100 bill to every single person that doubted me. If this happens, it's not going to happen. It's just not possible. It's like, again, it all goes back to the water moving through this system. Underground, there is tons of water moving that you don't even see. So when you actually look at a river and it goes like it starts here and it winds down. It winds down. It goes like that. It goes like this, and then it goes like that, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like that. Under those little sandbanks and the windings of the river, the water is actually still moving underneath it. So you're transferring a lot of energy underneath the earth. And when it comes to Yellowstone, you're transferring a fuckload of energy with even a fuckload more water that gets replenished at some point, effectively, apparently. And it allows for this to not explode. It's the same thing as a nuclear reactor. Don't let the rods overheat by putting them in water, so the water can cool them off. Like, how do people not get this? Alright, let's see where we're at. So we got 70 safety up next.
You're hearing it right here. Magma is rising to the surface in Yellowstone, and the USGS has issued a warning, but no one seems to know here stateside. God bless you and yours, folks. Please stay prepared, stay vigilant. Please share the video and please subscribe.
All right, I guess we're going to 70 safety. Oh, I saved this one for the sole purpose of this video. Don't rape. Don't rape. Second. I'm gonna go back. Gonna go back real quick. don't you guys just listen? Let's listen. I hope. Where'd he go? Not quite. Oh man. This content sucks. I don't know what the fuck just happened with that, but let's go ahead and let's look at something. Oh, dynamics of a crash. We can look at that. Also, hey, so for War Style 2,
car crashes.
Alright, so I can't show War Style on here because it's a live stream, and copyright music. But for War Style 2, I'm thinking about using the Who Wolf Totem, like the Who HU, the Mongolian band Wolf Totem. So let me know if that's a good thing. Say Wolf Totem good or Wolf Totem bad in the comments. Go ahead and let me know. I'm trying to make War Style 2, and as soon as I get off of this, we're going to go and I'll just look up some actually I know one video I want to look up, and then we're going to look up some war videos. Why not?
Each year they kill thousands of Americans and injure hundreds of thousands. The majority of all fatal injuries to people in collisions occur in head-on and angled frontal car crashes. In a frontal crash, it's all over in a split second. Let's imagine that we're in the front seat of a car like this, that these test dummies are me, or you, or someone you love. Watch.
Oh,
the car is a wreck, and the occupants are a wreck too. But it needn't be this way.
Honestly, man, that kind of looked like it hurt. But
For them or for us.
Oh, shit.
This is a vehicle test track, and these are test dummies. On the highway, they'd be real people. Let's take a very slowed down look at what happened to dummies like these in that frontal crash we saw a moment ago. The car is traveling at 35 miles an hour. Now the car contacts an object ahead. Here it's a test barrier. In the real world, it might be...
Look at the distance between the bumper and the actual cab. That's all engine. Engines today are not that large. You're going to have more of a compact, but let's go on.
Be a bridge pier, a tree, a pole, or another vehicle. The car is being brought to a crushing stop. Meanwhile, inside the car, the people keep moving forward at about the same speed, 35 miles per hour, until they crash into the structures ahead.
So, windshields are usually made out of like laminated tempered glass. So when you slam into the windshield, you're essentially slamming into razor blades, and that's it. You are swimming in a pool of razor blades. If you're like this guy, and I guess he doesn't have his seatbelt on, yeah, he's probably dead. But if you went through this windshield, you would have just nothing but deep lacerations all over the place and a crushed skull, plus brain damage that has to be addressed. So, and that's not even.
Their crash began a split second after the car struck the barrier.
Your broken bones.
Here's the crash again from inside the car. Now the car has started to impact the barrier. A fraction of a second later, the unrestrained occupants begin their crash. In that critical moment, had the people been provided with
I mean, there's nothing you can say about that. They're dead. If you wrench your neck back with that force, you're gonna
sufficient
die.
restraining protection, their chances of being killed or seriously hurt would have been greatly reduced.
I'm like, ugh.
In slow motion, that's what goes on in a frontal
70s,
crash. An event that in
1977.
reality takes place so fast it's over like that. Researchers have known for decades that much of the death and serious injury in frontal crashes is needless. If the bodies of the people in the crashes are properly restrained, that is, slowed down more gently and kept from smashing into the car's interior structure, they're much less likely to be killed or seriously injured. Seat belts can do the job, but only if they're worn.
Chrysler. You
The
bought
law
them.
requires
Wear
that
a
new
lab and
vehicles
shoulder
be
belts.
equipped with safety belts. At the Chrysler Proving Grounds, impact tests are conducted under rigidly controlled conditions. The results are dramatic proof that seat belts save lives. At only 30 miles per hour without belts, we can see through slow motion that the dummy is thrown against the windshield with deadly force.
I like how they have all of these like incandescent lamps up here. Like, oh, we gotta illuminate the shit out of this so that the what's it called, the slow motion camera can actually capture this. And this is the 1970s. All of these would be like a single LED strip of lights that is just illuminating the fuck out of everything. And the high-speed camera would take care of everything. But yeah, this person is dead.
At 1/5 true speed, we have a sobering view of the sudden action.
Oof.
Employing the use of the lap belt only, we repeat the test. Results are conclusive. Protective restraint is gained for the lower portion of the body, but the upper body is still thrown forward. A speed up in action accentuates the possibility of a serious head injury.
You need a 3-point seatbelt.
Using both lap
Wear your
and
fucking seatbelt. Your seatbelt is just as important as your mask. Seriously, wear your seatbelt. We'll watch.
Shoulder belts provides remarkably improved results.
Watch this.
The dummy is fully restrained and protected from contact with both windshield and instrument panel.
That's with the 3-point. Let's watch the other ones. Ooh, that doesn't look too good.
He is thrown at only 30 miles per hour without belts. We can see through slow motion that the dummy is thrown against the windshield with deadly force.
You will die. Wear your fucking seatbelt.
At 1/5 true speed, we have a sobering view of the sudden action. Employing the use of the lap belt only, we repeat the test.
You will die.
Results are conclusive. Protective restraint is gained for the lower portion of the body, but the upper body is still thrown forward. A speed up in action accentuates the possibility of a serious head injury.
Just imagine if that was like
using both lap and
a car these days with different plastics, and or if you were in a military vehicle and that happened, because everything is made out of metal, stamp pressed whatever metal is gonna be there. So just imagine.
Shoulder belts provides remarkably improved results.
3-point
The dummy is fully restrained and protected from contact with both windshield and instrument panel.
There is no reason not to wear your seatbelt.
Closer to true speed. Lap and shoulder belts mean added safety. A crash. If it happens to you, will it be this? Or this?
Oh, shit.
Or this?
Yeah, bro, I'll take A.
Safety is with...
Because, so you think like, oh, I'm gonna smash into the windshield. It's just gonna be like smashing into a brick wall. No. Your face is gonna push into that windshield. It's gonna collapse around you, and then you're gonna pull back, and you're gonna have all of these ridiculous, weird lacerations all over your face, filled with glass, and you're also going to be going through a lot of different trauma with the rest of your body. So wear your 3-point seatbelt, and you'll survive, maybe. All right. I mean, it's only 9, is it? Yeah, it's only 9. What do we got? What do we got at 9? Tell me what a oh. Hey, Chris Davis, I know something for you. Oh, man. Chris Davis, I got something for you. You just gotta respond. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, Ween. Oh man. Oh, you guys want to see some fucking takedown? Oh man, dude. All right, guys. Gotta get the ball. Gotta get this. I'm hungry. You know what sounds good? Tortellini and some Italian sausages. Because that's what I have to eat. And I'm going to eat those when I'm done. Just, you know, Hannah Reloaded actually, like, completely fucked these guys. And she made a really good point. Their thumbnails suck ass. Like, I don't want to look at them. I want to look at something else. Like, I literally rather look. This is some Donald Trump shit from 1994. Fuck off. This is seriously some 1990s, like, baseball shit. I would expect this on a baseball pennant from 1992. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, what do these dipshits have? What do we got? 2 days ago. An hour ago. Let's see what they got on an hour ago. Because you're... First off, put your tripod on a level surface.
We are the Young Conservative Brothers.
That's unfortunate.
And we're here to break the stigma that white people can't talk about race, the system, and the government while stopping these radical left Democrats showing this beautiful...
Hey, get your camera on, like level it out.
Country we live in.
And if you're new here,
there's 2 different levels you gotta go for. Like, we're actually 3, but you look like
don't
shit.
forget to click down, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Get new videos when we upload them. So before we get into the topic today, I want to bring a thing that you probably saw. We already uploaded 2 video clips of stuff just happening with voter fraud. So what we're going to start doing is uploading, like, voter fraud issues, because there's so much things that it's hard for us to put our 2 cents in for videos that we make. So in the future let's coming up, because all this stuff coming out, voter fraud evidence and everything, we will be uploading video clips of stuff just to keep you guys updated with everything.
Yeah, it'll be just quick snippets, because since we have a busy schedule with work, this isn't our job.
Yeah.
So
just pretty much
enjoy it.
I just want to let you guys know, so you guys aren't seeing, oh, why are they doing videos like this and then videos like that. Just want to keep you guys updated. So today what we're going to get into, back to the topic, is just white privilege going on in San Diego with these teachers.
No, hold on. I'm wondering, because this is playing it normal, but hold on 1 second. Does this not seem more normal?
No, you're completely. Oh, your whiteness. You have to acknowledge that you have white privilege.
But
that
are we
you
surprised?
are more.
It's in California.
It's California, of course, and it's the San Diego Unified School District. Pretty much was holding training sessions to their teachers. We're told about their white privilege.
My question is, why is it called San Diego Unified School District? Unified. Everyone's
all has to be all as one.
How ironic is that, really? Now they're going to talk about the white privilege. Oh, unified.
Dude, Trump lost. I'm fucking this up as a broadcast, and I'm still destroying the fuck out of you. Like, it doesn't matter. What are you saying?
But you guys want to take all the white people out? That sounds real unified.
Hold on. Look. Hey, guys. If you're going to actually, like, do a production, first of all, there are 2 levels on your tripod. You have to get the bubbles in between those 2 black lines on both of the levels on that tripod. Otherwise, you get something like this. This looks like shit. It looks like you just put up a camera and decided to film. You suck. Like, who wants to watch this? Honestly. So what?
Yeah. So there was leaked documents that Christopher Rufo is a city journalist tweeted out, and here's
journalist.
Couple of the slides that we're going to be going over on his tweet. So the first one was land acknowledgement. So we have to acknowledge that.
So this actually comes from like a PowerPoint on, what is it? Oh, it's like on critical race theory, and it's like the reason it's scored like this or cropped like this is because this actually comes from a tweet that doesn't make any actual fucking sense. We acknowledge that we meet on stolen land taken from indigenous peoples. I am speaking to you from land. We must acknowledge the hidden history of violence against indigenous peoples in an effort to more. Yeah, we should 100%.
That we live on stolen land taken from indigenous people.
Oh no, let me fact check that. It was a bunch of Indians that were just smoking pot and not doing anything with it, and then some people came over here, white people, and made America America.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day.
What?
On stolen land taken from indigenous people.
Oh no, let me fact check that. It was a bunch of Indians that were just smoking pot and not doing anything with it, and then some people came over here, white people, and made America America.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day.
Oh, holy fucking shit. Oh, we're at 1.25. Let's go to normal speed.
It just wasn't white people just went over and I just started doing nothing. It wasn't like.
So these savages weren't doing anything with this pristine land. They weren't actively cultivating it for capitalism. So white people came over and made sure that they did the thing that oh my god, holy shit, how do you actually how do you believe this? Well, you believe it like this. Rum 2020. Oh my god. So basically, Native Americans, according to this guy, Native Americans don't deserve the land because they weren't doing anything with it, but the white people that came over had an incentive to use the natural resources, so they are entitled to that land in which they stole from the Native Americans through war, genocide, disease, and other means. And you are advocating for this as it's not as if it's not a problem with a Trump flag behind your head and an inability to properly produce content for the internet.
Taking over.
First of all, the Indians weren't
doing
anything with the land. All they're doing is bringing.
Oh, dude.
smoking pot. At the end of the day, that's all they were doing. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
what would America be if we just left them here alone?
It wouldn't be. It would probably be taken over from like Germany or something. Probably.
Yeah, there's no other. Yeah.
It's like people when you say that, you just sound stupid. At the end of the day, you do. It's like, what do you?
Oh shit. Oh my god, dude.
Talking about the people weren't doing anything, and that's so in the past. Oh, so now we're not going to celebrate America because America, white people just go stole people's land from the indigenous people. No, the Indians.
Yeah. Well, but all you want to do is completely erase the.
I'd shit on him, but this dude actually has I think this dude actually has a speech impediment, so I can't actually like shit on him for much.
History. Yep. Yeah, some things might not be good about it, or some things are bad, but you just got to embrace it and look forward. Okay, we have to know our history, know what we did. No, yeah, we can't change it. We're not going to go dwell on it. It's just how we are now.
And
this
how
great country.
And how America is the greatest country on the earth.
Yeah.
And it was just Indians just smoking pot. And then the second, the norms and agreements.
Oh my God.
Share the air take space and leave space. Accept, experience discomfort. Be explicit about race and racism.
It's so bad. It's so bad that I literally just watched a refutation of this shitty ass PowerPoint like hours ago. Honestly, it was when you're discussing race, expect to experience discomfort. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, these two. Okay, you know what? I need a cleanse. I'm done. I can't watch these two stupid fucks anymore. Cause for real. Again, like in the Karen videos, they're pulling this off of a bigger a file. So it's overblown. It misses the context. It doesn't make any goddamn sense when explained to the supposed viewers of this content. Like, unless they're stupid as shit. Oh my god. Hold on. I want to go deep into
that is 100% true.
Wow.
The safe spaces. Oh, no one can hurt your feelings because you don't want to stand up for yourself. Match up 2 and 2.
Every 4-year votes.
Vote. That's it.
That's it.
God, you told me how bad. I'm just gonna say, pussy school I've ever heard of.
Oh, it is bad. 1 second. And then like there are some points that we'd even read out because since it was just completely bull. It was stupid.
No.
So first thing, I'm not.
It's stupid.
I just started doing nothing. It wasn't like
taking over.
First of all, the Indians weren't doing anything with the land. All they're doing is pretty much smoking pot. At the end of the day, that's all they're doing. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
what would America be if we just left them here alone?
It wouldn't be. It would probably be taken over from like Germany or something. Probably.
Yeah, there's no other. Yeah.
It's like people when you say that, you just sound stupid. At the end of the day, you do. It's like, what are you talking about? The people weren't doing anything, and that's so in the past. Oh, so now we're not going to celebrate America because America, white people just go stole people's.
For a second, I thought they were advocating for
land from the indigenous people, no, the Indians.
Yeah, well, but all you want to do is completely erase the history.
Yep.
Yeah, some things might not be good about it, or some things are bad, but you just got to embrace it and look forward. Okay, we have to know our history, know what we did. No, yeah, we can't change it. We're not going to go dwell on it. It's just how we are now.
And
this
how
great country.
And how America is the greatest country on the earth.
Yeah.
And it was just Indians just smoking pot.
Is it though?
And then the second, the norms and...
Wait, what? I'm so confused. There was literally a minute between those. Hold on.
Slides that we're going to be going over on his tweet. So the first one was land acknowledgement. So we have to acknowledge that we live on stolen land taken from indigenous people.
Oh.
Yeah. What is wrong about that?
Oh no, let me fact check that. It was a bunch of Indians that were just smoking pot and not doing anything with it. And then some people came over here, white people, and made America America.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day.
So you stole a bunch of land from indigenous people. Like, it wasn't just a bunch of fucking hippies just sitting here smoking peace pipes and shit. They were actual civilizations, you dumb fuck. I know you're too sheltered. I'm sheltered. I was a sheltered motherfucker. But I know this motherfucker is too sheltered to understand that human beings actually suffered for the majority of history. That's it. So, when human beings suffer for the majority of history, that takes place on an individual basis and on a tribal basis. And human beings in the Americas suffered constantly, not because we were like human beings in the Americas were completely inept. They were like, oh, I don't know what to do. It was because they didn't have the resources or the technology. And when the technology or the resources were brought to them, they reveled in them and they brought on disease and those people died. God damn. Like, is this stupid motherfucker?
Hey, it just wasn't white people who went over and I just started doing nothing. It wasn't
like
like
taking over.
First of all, the Indians weren't doing anything with the land. All they're doing is pretty much.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you? What's the point of Thanksgiving then? They weren't doing anything with the land. Do you you stupid pieces of shit don't understand what it takes to grow corn. Corn is a staple of American society. Go ahead. I'm from Ohio. Take corn out of my diet. I will punch you in the fucking face. I will destroy your life if you take corn out of my diet. To say that like the Indians were inconsequential is just, it's factually incorrect, and it's so detrimental to American society. Like, it's hard to focus on what this guy even says because he's so
Indians
wrong.
that were just smoking pot and not doing anything with it, and then some people came over here, white people, and made America America.
And you'd be more than happy to be exploited. God damn. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, they came over. Well, they weren't doing anything with it. Are you fucking kidding me? Do not... well, I'm not even going to pose the question because you don't understand how resources work. Resources are limited. There you go. Too fucking easy. And if you're gonna say that the Native Americans didn't do anything with this land, and they're just like, oh, fuck it, we're not gonna do anything with this land, and the white people can take over it. You're a white supremacist. That's it. The white people can take over the land that's not being used, is your argument, and you are a white supremacist. That's it. You have no recourse off of that. You are a white supremacist. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. 10 times go fuck yourself. And let's see what else you have to say, because I'm pretty sure I can tell you to go fuck yourself.
At the end of the day, it just wasn't white people just went over and I just started doing nothing. It wasn't like
taking over.
First of all, the Indians weren't doing anything with the land. All they're doing is pretty much smoking pot. At the end of the day, that's all they're doing. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah, like what would America be if we just left them here alone?
It wouldn't be. It would probably be taken over from like Germany or something. Probably.
Yeah, there's no other. Yeah.
It's like people when you say that you.
When are you gonna enlist? Hold on, I got an idea. Tio. Oh my god. What? Ferd. There you go. Which one of you dumb shits is gonna actually enlist in the actual fucking military? I have this hat because I actually enlisted. I know what I'm fucking talking about. I know what I'm doing. I'm not a fucking idiot. Yeah, I am a retard. I'm a dumbass. I'm a moron. But you know what? When it comes to debunking these dipshits, these smooth brains, you know what? Compared to these mirror brain motherfuckers, god damn, I might as well have a plate of spaghetti up here. For fuck's sake. These stupid pieces of shit. Man, I wish I could do some music, but I can't. You know what I can do? Yo, if you're watching in this I'll tell you what. if I get an interaction, whether it be a donation, a chat, a sub, doesn't matter. I will slap on the Justin RPG and we can watch that. It doesn't matter what you do. Let's see. Oh, we got dead air. Man, I wish I could actually like slop up some like music. I don't know. There you go. Let's look for something. Kaylee McEnany. Macarena. She's such a piece of shit, dude. Something I was gonna look at. Yeah. Looking at Darude Sandstorm? Fuck no. No way. Earlier I was like, oh yeah, Breaking, he's dipshit, he's being a piece of shit, not talking about anything, he's just got dead air. Meanwhile, I've got fucking dead air for the last 35 seconds, and then at the beginning of this stream, I didn't actually have any air. What are we gonna look at? I got 2 viewers. Give me something. So I can go to Karen's. Karen's is easy, but I can also go to Kevin's, and I can also go to oh damn. Oh, I knew it. Oh, I had it in my mind. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Bart. Oh, I love doggies. I'm out of content. As much as I would love to provide content, I can't, simply because Le'Veon Polka is copyrighted and Kaylee McEnany is stupid, Also, oh, what is it? This is copyrighted. Penguin Z0. Like, dude, got 317,000 views in 7 hours. Like, Urchin Quay. I might be on. No, might be back. Might be back. Baby. Maybe I should play a character. Well, I am security monitoring the lizard. Well, that is all the species. Security monitor reporting. I'm trying to sign off, but it's so hard. Security monitor. Security monitor. My name is Bastard Son.